welcome to this amazing show of the reality of now, where we talk about the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, things that we've been coerced to do, things that some of us are really trying to break away from. And when we talk about that, we're talking about things like the age where you feel like you need to get married. We are talking about most of these society things that you feel like, you know what, you really don't have to do this. Religion and all that, of which we're going to get into that as we get into the show. My good name is Beth Mburu.
I'm Murugi Waweru.
And welcome to this show. So today we've been talking about marriage and finances. We were able to talk about last time, the very last episode, we were able to talk about marriage, finances, and gender roles. And today we are going to talk about reasons why financial issues arise in a marriage. And we're going to move point to point. If you know of something, and if you feel like there's something that we've not tackled, or you want to include something, as our viewer, we welcome you to comment down below. Make this an interactive topic, and let's move together. So are you ready?
Yay, I'm excited actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so on to our first point, I think the major point actually, it's lack of communication.
Yeah.
Starting us off, failing to communicate means that you're neglecting the one thing that impacts every aspect of your life, that is money. Basically, money is the stronghold of every other activity around families and marriages. So communication is such an important issue.
Yeah, I believe so too. And I keep feeling like so many people neglect the communication part because they feel like they might not like what their partner is going to think about, what them they expect. We are normally told most of the time, kuja na zero expectations. You don't know who you're getting into a relationship with, and so watu wengi huwa wanafeel ni kama vitu zita flow tu. Maybe ukinyamaza, then things will go your own way. But now the problem is you keep forgetting that even if you keep quiet, you're not going to influence this other person's way of thinking. So if this person feels like I want 50-50, and then now you didn't communicate that you didn't want 50-50, you wanted me, I'm going to nitakuwa nikinunua kiberiti, now unanunua every other thing. You see, now that becomes a problem.
Actually, it's more problematic because the moment you guys don't talk about it, you see, it's the thing that has led people into problems such as death. Like, especially for the guys, anataka to provide for the family and all that, but maybe he's straining financially. Maybe his job has not been doing well and all that, but he still wants to show up. Unajua expectation of society, like as a man you have to provide. So he wants to show up for the wife, he wants to show up for the kids. So he ends up even borrowing and leads the family into financial debts. See? That's the importance of communication, especially on financial matters.
And also in such an instance like the one that you've given, you found a place where this man wants to be the sole, provider of the family. But now you as a woman, you're earning good money, so you feel like, I can chip in, do some rent.
Sure.
Maybe you grow up seeing your parents doing that, people around you are doing something like that, and then now you start having problems in your marriage. Reason being, now the man is feeling like you're not recognizing him as a man in that family. Ama you're overstepping, ama he starts, because you see, I keep feeling like in such an instance, the man will start projecting his insecurities to you. So when he's feeling like he's not good enough, he's going to start making you feel like you are not good enough. You see? So now you keep finding ladies in a situation where they keep saying, but I've given you everything. I've been helping you pay rent. I've been helping you pay school fees.
They don't really understand.
Yeah.
I feel men take financial provision as a very main, as an important thing.
Yeah.
Especially in a family setup.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't blame them. It's what the society has taught them since they were young.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in such instances, probably we've seen fights coming up, and then it ends up like the man starts having a low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And alternatively, some of them even opt to look for, see, in hii cases unapata housewife, not really housewife, the house helps come in. So ako like, ndo anakaa colleague yangu because the woman is now having conferences everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know, she's the one providing and everything. The man still wants to feel like a man. So he opts for maybe substitutes.
Yeah, you're making so much sense. Yeah, that is why I feel like umeona kwa so many, I know our viewers have also experienced this. Most power women keep wondering, I'm such a classy lady. I have all these facial routines. I look beautiful. I do my makeup nicely. I've got good hair and all that. But anashangaa, why does my husband keep sleeping with for lack of a better word, this well, I'll not use that word. Women that are of a low standard than she is, but it's because he keeps feeling like wewe uko juu, you really don't need him. I don't know if I am misjudging because I am not a man. But I feel like a man needs to be at a place where he feels needed.
But I also feel we are this is the 21st century. We're in a changed world.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you can't compare, the provisional roles of a man in this era.
Yeah.
With back then, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why communication is important. Financial communication is important.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't, in my view, I don't feel like the man should be getting angry if he is being helped financially at this time, because roles are now divided. Right. It's not like kitambo. So it's okay for the woman to chip in with the rent, with the other financial needs such as paying kids' school fees and all that. So long as you guys sit down and agree
and have that conversation. Yeah, for sure. I believe so too. But we can also not refute the fact that there's a man. You see now, most men don't like being told. Even your kukosa ifanya hivi, right? So there's that man mwenye Murugi meets. The man wants, mimi I want to provide. That is all I know. Familia yetu kwanza hata watakwambia kwetu babangu hata kutoka kuka yangu, my kuka was providing for Shosho and everyone. Then my father was doing the same. So mimi wanawake kwetu hawatusaidiangi kulipa rent.
I've actually met a guy is like, I meet a woman, okay, my wife, regardless of what job she has, the woman I marry must stay in the house. And it's in this era, and he's very educated, by the way. It's not like ni mtu hajasoma or anything, but like according to our tradition, my grandfather, I don't know who, in our family lineage, men are the ones to provide. Women should stay in the house, take care of kids. So I understand where you come from.
I also know of someone like that. It was actually a guy I was schooling with. And I really hope he doesn't see this. As even nilimwanika on TV. But we had a conversation with a guy, and we were talking about how things have evolved. Siku hizi si zile siku za kitambo ati lazima mwanamke iname afue nguo na mikono yake, So we were talking about how, I think I just mentioned how I'd really love to get me a washing machine and such things, with me being a career woman and all that. And he told me, what do you mean? If my wife would tell me we get a washing machine, I'm getting her help, and by helper it means I'm getting a second wife, because it means that you're not able to do what you know. So he was saying mimi kazi yangu ni kuprovide. So hata hizo jobs we achana na hizo jobs zenye unaenda kaa nyumbani, fua nguo, angalia watoto, hiyo ndio kazi ya pili. You know? So you see, some of those things is why you need to have these conversations. There's a man that expects you to help, but then the kind of lady that you are, unajua mimi kazi yangu, mimi ni baby girl. Mimi ni baby girl, nataka. I have a friend of mine, we actually had a show juzi too, like I think 2-3 weeks ago, on a friend's YouTube channel, and she was saying how she's a 100% zero kind of woman. By that, the husband provides 100%. Kiberiti, token, kila kitu, right? Yeye na yeye akae kwa nyumba, angalie watoto, and that is why if you watched our viewers, the previous our last episode, before it, tulikuwa tunaongelea kama gender roles na finances ziko intertwined ama they are directly proportional, because you see now for a house like that wame decide, the lady came na expectations mimi on this other hand I don't expect help from you. So if she's getting help, a house help, it's on her. Wewe tafuta pesa, ulipe house help, kwa sababu kazi yako kama mwanamke kwa hiyo nyumba ni kufanya all those small house chores. And so that is one of the reasons why, communication is important.
Maybe looking on to the solutions.
We
can try navigate what can we do about it. So maybe on to the first one, let's talk about money. Basically, lack of communication, the answer is talk about
money. For sure.
It's human, like people to avoid conflicts. It's human for men and women to avoid talking about such stuff so they can quarrel and stuff. But you see, in the long term, it just causes more problems. So talk about money. Have discussions about money.
Our previous guest, John Derrick, left us with a phrase, and for people that watched our previous episodes, you can agree with me. Alisema discussion is life. There's nothing that you cannot move past. Only if you discuss. Like ukishaongelea kitu, then that's it. Because if we have different views on money, then we can find a compromise hapa katikati. Ama we can decide before we even get into that marriage, we can decide that we are not compatible. And you see, that's okay. Because it's not everyone that you're compatible with. Badala ya muongee kwa relationship, you having avoided that conversation, and now you end up, not breaking up because of something very little, something that mungeongelea. So our next point, guys, is different financial values and habits. You see, with that we mean how I spend money is not how you spend money, right? My financial habits are not yours. Wewe una believe in saving. Let us spend, if I'm earning 20 Gs, let me save 15. To the second I have 5,000. Mimi nakwambia, what do you mean? But you're earning 20 Gs, you save 5. Let's spend 15 and live comfortably. Right? So that could also be a thing,
And you see now the fact that we have different spending habits. It can become detrimental to our mental health. It causes financial stress in the family. It could also lead us as a couple into debt. Right? It affects our lifestyle, the way we live and all that. And then it also makes it hard for you guys to achieve some of your long-term financial goals. Because huyu anataka hii, huyu anataka hii, like, it becomes hard. So
and now you see, most people feel entitled to their spending habits, because if there's something I've come to learn, to take so much interest in is personalities. My personality, I'm a person that has so much energy. How I do my thing, I'm spontaneous. You see, all of these things. But then hapa kuna mtu mwenye come, you lazima apange like my co-host.
That's me. Yeah.
Lazima upange. You see? So some of these things come from us having very different personalities. Yeah. So some personalities are extravagant. Yeah. And whatever you hold dear to you might, mimi nikiangalia naweza ona kama ni kuharibu pesa. There's a person anajua anahitaji a watch. But they'll go for a 200 bob watch because they're thinking it's doing the work, right? Mimi, I want myself a nice Rolex watch because I feel like I deserve a nice Rolex watch. And so you who's buying a 200 bob watch cannot tell me.
Please don't meet economists like us. Economists, it runs
but
in
it's
the
a
blood.
good watch.
It comes out naturally. Don't blame us.
It's you want a watch, you deserve yourself a good watch.
Me, I'm like, okay, it's drawing time. That's it. Okay, I get your point.
Yeah, so that makes the difference. And so you see, if we meet you, the economist, and me, the one who feels like I deserve the nice things, right? So that becomes a problem. So maybe you can tell us how to deal with that.
That is why I think it all rolls back to the first point. Yeah, it's important to talk about before you guys. Yeah, maybe get together or settle together or something. Have the small conversations about money. Like, ask your partner, how do you feel about debt? How did your parents help you manage cash? See, are you saving for your retirement? You see, the small questions, they seem easy, but they can help the other person internalize and maybe look at their financial goals from a different perspective. And maybe get a chance to listen to what their partners do, correct each other. Right? It's important to talk about it. It's also another option is to create a budget. There are very many budget formats online and all that. So you guys can just pick one and decide, okay, we're gonna abide by this, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Another solution I feel like is when you come together, you're two people in a relationship, it stops being about you. So even if the money that I have, as Beth, I want a Rolex watch, I have to think how is getting this money out of this bag. This bag that we are sharing now, both of us, going to affect our finances in this house, because you cannot just be thinking about what I want as Beth, what is good for me as Beth. I have to think, it's very selfish. I have to think of what is good for this, for us. So if you want a Rolex watch, our viewers, we are not telling you not to get yourself a Rolex watch or a Louis Vuitton bag. We're not telling you to not get Gucci, but you can make a compromise. You can say, I want a Rolex watch, but I don't have to buy it now. I don't have to buy it with this month's salary because I want a Rolex watch. Can I save a little portion from here? Then the rest, we can, like you've said, budget. We can budget and do other things.
See what is remaining in the miscellaneous section. Maybe say it's not enough right now, but maybe in the next month, we'll be having enough to afford a Rolex watch.
For sure.
We can go to the third point, right?
Third point.
So the other issue that causes financial problems in marriages, we have hidden debt or financial secrets. That's why
that's a big one,
right?
That's a big one.
Especially with the guys.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel lies are deal breakers.
Kabisa. Red flags. Red flags.
Totally red.
Right? Yeah.
So, I feel like disclosing about your financial status, especially when it comes to debts, is very important. As you start up a family or as you set up your family setup and all stuff. So I think it's important for you guys to disclose your financial past. If you had a debt, okay, trust me, no one will beat you up for disclosing you had a debt, really, right? Yeah. Okay, like, yeah, this is how I was.
Wait, does having a Tala debt count? And branch.
A debt is a debt. Please. Regardless, I don't know what. A debt is a debt. But what I feel like here, what we are talking about is, the substantial debts.
Yeah.
The debts that could drown you guys.
Yeah.
And affect your financial plans totally even in the future.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're talking about. Yeah. Maybe you. I don't want to kuwekelea kubet because I hate the betting part, because that's why I know of a guy who it was his wedding, yeah. So people changada for his wedding. Watu wakamtolea pesa. Na vile church tumejikakamua tunatoa sijui 200.
Oh Lord, to our last coin. Yeah.
So we decide pesa zimegawanywa alafu anaachiwa I think 100k ilikuwa ya kubook uwanja. Kwa kubook field. So I think the guy just sits like this man is just laying here idly.
Oh no.
Yet I can earn from it. Hey, my guy, I think okay, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know how it goes, the betting stuff. So my guy akachukua 50 G's akaekelea. Bet ikaungua. So 50 G's zimechoma.
Akaona 50 ngine itakuwa
like hiyo ndio itaokolea.
Oh no.
So square ya nini ya wedo, or when it's nearing the event, so people want to repair the ground. Yeah, when I'm called, ako like sawa nakupigia. They came to later realize he didn't have the money.
Pesa.
Do you know they had to hold the wedding kwa your church, like hawakwenda kwa ground anymore. See, like I want to mean,
guys,
there are some, especially for the guys.
Wow,
there are some of these.
Men, you need to do better. You need to do better.
I would say dangerous financial habits that could lead you to debt. Trust me, kama hiyo ingekuwa pesa ya kukopa, okay.
Oh yeah.
And it's to assume it's a startup couple ndo umeanza like 100 G's. In our trollback, something you could have sorted or dealt with it if you guys clearly talked about it, that maybe some dem ameolewa hata ajui kama kuna anything like that happened. I'm just assuming maybe the guy had such debt before. So you can imagine what you can cause.
That's so painful. That's right? That falls under bad financial habits.
Yeah, and the spending habits.
You cannot be making decisions zenye would put you and your partner in such a position, because like you said, that's very selfish, really. So Apo, let's go back to this point. I have this point of death. So I have a friend of mine. Yeah. I've known the friend for quite some time. Well, it's ni wale mabishti wenye nakujua unanijua. We're not really close, but well, we know each other. So this lady got married. Beautiful wedding. Beautiful husband. And she had a good job. Yeah. So at that time, the husband ile job yenye alikuwa nayo ikaanza kukua sheki. So ikaenda hivyo hadi wakasimamishwa kazi. So vile walisimamishwa kazi, he had just pesa tudogo like 10-15 G's. But this lady alikuwa na job poa na alikuwa amesave. So akasema, what do you think we do a business, since I don't have a job and you have money? We do a business, bring whatever you have, me I bring this, me all I have is this 15k, ndio hii hapa tuweke. So they decided to kuweka viatu. msichana akaekelea hapo pesa yake yote. She had been saving for quite some time, so she had like I think 300 Gs plus habis 15 Gs ililipa nini. ililipa stall. Well, but you see, if it's your hobby, you don't have a problem with that, because
we are what, like
we are partners. We are doing this together. Na wakaeka maviatu nini. Beautiful shop. Yeah? So it can run first month. It can run second month. That month, there was a day, and I'm telling you, the devil is a liar. When he wants to embarrass you, and
he'll make sure he does.
Yeah. So now, this guy, his siku, sijui alikuwa naendea stock. So, the lady alikuwa off. Akakuwa endi yako kwa shop. Some guys came. Wakaanza kutoa vitu zake one by one. She's wondering, what are you guys doing? What's happening? Who are you? Si hapa ndio kwa fulani. Now the husband's name. Ni hapa. He owes us such and such money. Zikaanza kubebwa. Zikabebwa zote.
Can you imagine?
The shop ilibebwa kila kitu ikabaki.
Mind you.
So you can imagine the conversation that followed after that. Now, tumechotwa, not even about a debt I knew about. I didn't even know about this.